pleasure to introduce the Salutatorian of the class of 2015, Ryann Moelis.
Thank you, Mr. Raynes. Good evening, everyone. I would like to welcome Mr. Paskoff, members of the Board of Education, Superintendent Dr. Burak, members of Central Administration, Dr. Lynch, Mr. Balekis, and Mrs. Berman, administrators, faculty, family, friends, honored guests, and especially my fellow graduates. My name is Ryann Moelis, the salutatorian of this year's graduating class, and I am scared. I am scared because after this ceremony, after everyone has gone home to celebrate, and after the chairs have all been cleared away, the rest of my life begins. I will be heading to the University of Virginia in Charlottesville on August 20th, and not only will I leave behind a notoriously large family and all of my friends, but I will also leave behind a past in order to begin a future. On this day, we celebrate the beginning of that future for each of us, but all of us can feel it. Fear. For seniors, fear is not a foreign concept. We feared entering the high school, finding our way to classes, using what seemed to be oddly numbered hallways. We feared those tests we forgot to study for, the true and false questions that all could technically be either answer if you really thought about it, and junior year itself was a fear. But after all of these times in our lives when we felt fear, there was always the comfort of precedent. We knew the sophomores above us had endured the troubles of freshman year, and that, for us too, they would end. We saw the same sophomores, then juniors, take their SAT and ACTs, and we knew that the stress would come and soon pass. And we all knew a senior who graduated last year, comforted that if he or she could do it, we could too. After today, that precedent ends. We alone become responsible for what lies ahead. William Jennings Bryan stood before the Virginia Democratic Convention in 1899 and delivered a speech about a subject that also lacked precedent, American imperialism. However, it was not of his own beliefs or decisions that he chose to speak, but of something to which each person could relate: fear of the future, fear of the unknown. He said, "Destiny is not a matter of chance. It is a matter of choice. It is not a thing to be waited for. It is a thing to be achieved." We sit here today, fearing our destinies, contemplating the now seemingly insurmountable question, what do I want to be? Earlier this year, we faced another seemingly insurmountable question. Where do I want to go after high school? We were told that after visiting a campus, we would just know, or that when we found the right place, we would feel at home. My grandpa gave me different words of advice. Decades ago, he and his business partner walked into a meeting with a large music publishing company to take their fledgling entertainment company to the next level. His partner turned to him before they entered the meeting and nervously asked, "Do you know anything about the music business?" My grandpa smiled and said, "What is there to know?" Like us, he had years of learning that awaited him, but at that moment, the only way to advance was to jump. For many of us, leaving LHS is that jump. We are choosing different paths, but we are all equipped with the same hopes: to be brought outside of ourselves, to be forced to explore, and to be propelled forward, never allowed to nestle in the comfort of predictability and sameness. Ultimately, we will build our futures upon these hopes, and that is where our true fear lies. We are scared because now we are the architects of our own destinies. Today, my fellow graduates, I urge you to use that fear. Let it scare you. Let it awaken you to all of the possibilities ahead. Let it inspire you, and let it be the motivation behind all you seek to accomplish. Do not wait for your destinies. Achieve them. Congratulations, class of 2015. It is just the beginning.